Well, the housing number 10 o'clock didn't do so much for the market. Um, just sort of bouncing around here. The FOMC minutes, though, I think could do something for the market. So I'm thinking that the day it might be a tight range day. I'd be looking to sell the gap close at 72 area. See if I can get this chart in here. There's the gap close. There's the gap 72. The range, closing gap range is 71 to up there at 75. There's some volume here. So I think that would be an area to sell resistance here. See if it gets up that high. I still think the market can break down. The FOMC minutes might be the catalyst. You never know. Could have something in there that could bring us higher too. So if we do trade before 1 o'clock, which I'm not sure I'm going to, we'll wait for that 72 area. And if we do get the 72 and it works, then we'll probably get out before the FOMC release at 1 o'clock. Well, we're trying to get up to the 71.50 or 71 area. We didn't get there. We got up to 70.25. 71 is the low end period, the low of the end period. 71.50 is the actual close. Actually, 71.50 is not the close. 72 and change is. Our scale is half point, so 72 and change. So we still have a little bit higher, I think, to go, although there's some volume up here. Could be capping the market. We'll have to just watch this here, and hopefully we don't miss this trade. We're going to take the 69.25 short, and we'll risk above the gap. Short 69.25. And we'll put our stop. There's a high volume cluster at 74. The M period high is 76. Let's put it at 76.50. Our stop 76.50. Well, the XLF just closed its gap, but the E-mini S&P is lagging here a bit. That concerns me a bit, although we'll see what the XLF does. Usually the XLF leads the way. Sometimes it does. Sometimes the mini S&P leads, but I like the NYSE tick chart. I think I actually got in on the trade a little early. I probably should have waited for another couple minutes until my next 5-minute bar opens up in 2 minutes. I'm sort of preloading this one, but it seems the NYSE didn't have enough power to close even at the second standard deviation above the mean, and we've been building now more NYSE negative tick than the first 15 minutes of positive tick. So if it can close the gap at 71.50 and the C period opens up in a minute, the question is, does that mean we just trade between the A period low and the gap until 1 o'clock, or do we start breaking down? That's an important thing to consider, so that I don't just sit here and spin my wheels all day until 1 o'clock and then possibly end up getting nothing on the trade. My gut tells me to take small profits until 1 o'clock, so we're going to target 65. 65, maybe 66. Let's target the 66 area for some profit. You know, I changed my mind. We're going to stick with this trade a little more than the 66 area. The NYSE tick is building nicely to the downside, and the XLF is looking very hesitant up around here in the gap, and I think we could have a little more downside action than that. I think we can potentially test the 8 period low of 4.3, which is 60. That's a high volume cluster right down there, also 57, 58, 59, 60. That 4-point area is interesting. If we do go down there before we fill the gap and test that, then that might be position where we could get an upward rotation toward the gap, and then maybe a sell-off into the close. We just have to watch that area and see. Well, we're right up here at the gap low range, 71. I'm not particularly caring for this action with these 69.25 shorts. We closed the gap, at least the gap range, and there's just hardly any action at all. The C period high is 71.50 and change, and then we just die. Majority of the tick is on the negative side, but it has been oscillating. I really don't want to be in this trade, I don't believe, during the Fed announcement at 1 o'clock. I believe that's what time. We'll stay with the trade a little longer. I'm going to check to see, make sure the release is at 1. Yes, 1 o'clock is the release date. So if we don't move down here and get past the C period low soon, I'll scratch this trade for whatever price I can get here. The XLF looks like it's getting some buy power. We're going to take this trade out 69.50. Take a small loss there, and we'll just wait until after 1 o'clock now.